on, everybody? Welcome to my YouTube channel. I hope you guys are doing all right. This is the Twin Flame Divine Masculine reading for the next 3 months. A little bit late in getting this one out, but in my defense, I didn't care. So, okay, guys, we are going to be taking a look at the masculine energy. Take a look at their heart and their headspace as well, and then we're going to be finally taking a look at the outcome of their actions. So, take a look at their actions and see if they're moving towards you, what's keeping them, if they're not, etc., etc. Okay, so this is the last Divine Masculine reading I'm ever doing. I hope it finds you guys in good faith, and let's get started. All right, so dear Spirit, connect me to the masculine Twin Flame collective energy. Let's get this going. So what is going on with the masculine's energy the next 3 months? So this is summer energy, guys, right? We're looking at the rest of June, July, August, and then into September. Okay, so let's take a look. Let's watch me and my pasty arms shuffle some cards. Should be pretty fun. All right, so what's going on with the masculine energy the next 3 months, Spirit? Let's see what the divine masculine's energy is like. So we have the 6 of coins. So first of all, we have them in an energy of receiving. Okay, so I feel like the masculines are getting into a place where they can learn how to receive and possibly even give. The 6 of Pentacles is a fair exchange between goods. Okay, so essentially, they could be the beneficiary or they could be the benefactor, okay? But there's this yin and yang type of masculine, feminine energy. So this is balance coming into their lives that I feel is going to directly affect their ability to bring in things into their life, such as abundance, money, this is a Pentacles card, and also be able to give freely without expectations, okay? So there's like a lesson in balance coming in here, a lesson in the receiving and the giving of life, okay? Because that's really something that everybody needs to learn. Of course, you give too much, you're depleted. You give to the wrong people, etc. You know, it goes. It's a laundry list, right? It goes on and on and on. So they're learning how to receive and learning how to give. So very good energy. I do feel like it's more on the receiving end for them though. For just 6 of coins, it's pretty much about getting a gift. So I don't think it's about them learning how to give, but energetically, this just learns how to be. They're learning how to open up to the universe, learning how to get what it is that they need without trying to sort of grab everything and control. Okay, so there's that strong energy coming in. We have that 3 of Swords energy right after, so heartbreak and betrayal. So this is over the summer months, learning how to deal with painful emotions and painful memories. Okay, so a lot of stuff that has gone on in masculine's life still affects them. I think that's why you have that 6 of Pentacles there, because they have a hard time receiving, because they don't believe that they deserve it, because in some way they either felt betrayed or possibly they betrayed somebody else. Now, if you feel like you deserve to be betrayed, then obviously that's going to block your ability to receive. And, you know, even if you were the one that didn't do anything, right? If they, didn't do anything, still, behaving as if you don't deserve something is pretty much cause for not being able to receive abundance into their life in whatever form that may be. So the 3 of Swords, you have some heavy energy going on there with the masculines, still working through some painful emotions, working through some heartbreak, healing their emotional space. We have the 3 of Wands, however, so we're going in the right direction. All right, the masculines are heading towards their goals. Okay, they're not there yet. They're still climbing this sort of ladder of success, so to speak, but they are heading in the right direction. It is only a matter of time before they get what they need. Okay, so this energy is about getting to where they need to go, taking the steps necessary to get to the place that they need to. So energetically, this is taking care of yourself for one. That would be something pretty important. Masculines basically trying to having a goal in sight and moving towards it. So their energy is picking up pace. Okay, so especially as we get into like July and stuff, it's almost like their energy is going into a place where they can free themselves of this energy of the 3 of Swords, because it's like they're moving away from this energy, because it's moving, it's kind of like going like that. It's a little more upward. So heartbreak, pain, loss, whatever they've had to deal with, learning how to receive something new, and then moving forward from that. Okay. You have the Temperance card, right? So now we're talking about balancing out and integrating the things and the lessons that they've learned in the spiritual journey. Okay, so it's about finding some type of inner peace, finding some type of harmony. Now, as the only major arcana to come out so far, pretty much supersedes everything else that's going on here. So really the biggest thing that they are learning energetically over these next summer months here is how to bring patience and balance into their life with temperance. Okay, so not striving too hard, but taking action when necessary and when ready, and not trying to force anything. Okay, it's a sense of inner harmony, doing things out of love. So a lot of challenges and a lot of pain, especially with that 3 of Swords, teaching them how to get to this temperance. So they're getting there, okay, quicker than they are slower these days, because the Six of Coin is allowing some new energy to come in. I think this Three of Swords energy is pretty much on the way out anyway. Three of Wands moving into a new direction, and the Temperance card is about finding that harmony and balance within this journey. Okay, so it's almost like July and August, they're going to be fully evolved into this more patient, evolved person. Okay, this is really coming up in July and August energy, I feel. Three of Swords is just like that pain. They're going to have to move away from. Right? I think they're dealing with this pain energetically over these next 3 months. And then we have the Four of Swords. So this goes in line with the Temperance card, which is about rest and rejuvenation, recouping. Okay, so there isn't supposed to be a lot of movement energetically. That this is a healing time for them and for the masculines, where they're basically going to enjoy. I don't know if enjoy. Enjoy is more of a personal thing. They might not enjoy it, but they are going to be the benefactor, the beneficiary of some type of healing, some type of physical rejuvenation of the soul, especially with this Temperance card, heavy on the healing for them. Okay, so masculines over the next 3 months, heavy on healing, heavy on getting to a place where they feel better. And as this Temperance card is the major arcana, it really just spells out inner peace and harmony. So that's what they're finding. That's going to be some beautiful energy from now until September. Okay, so let's move on from the masculine's energy. Let's get in their headspace. So this is going to be about where they're standing mentally within the twin flame relationship and how they view you, the feminines, assuming that you are feminine and watching. All right, so let's take a look. What's going on with the masculine's headspace? How are they thinking, viewing the feminines and the twin flame relationship over these next 3 months? We have the Ten of Coins outright, so we do have them thinking about long-term plans and long-term goals, so longevity. All right, we have some very grounded energy. This is earth energy here, and wanting to prepare for that happy home family. Okay, so they could be seeing themselves as this half dog man. I don't know why you'd want to be half dog, but in any case, this is what's going on here. They're seeing themselves as somebody who has lots of kids, lots of grandkids, people taking care of them, living in comfort, living in style. Okay, so they have an idea and a goal about finding a home. Okay, so they're talking about building something. Okay, having something to return to, and this is essentially how you view the relationship at this time. We have the World here. You have two people coming together. It's the end of a chapter, something finally culminating into the arrival of basically destiny. Okay, we have something actually occurring. So the end of a major cycle in the chat, basically like the end of a chapter in a book, going on to a new one. Okay, even this might even be interpreted to be the end of a book. Really, it's everything that's needed to happen, and now finally ending up. So I think they're getting in a line over these next 3 months. They're getting into alignment with their idea. So it's almost like their mental space is opened up now with this Ten of Coins, grounded energy. So they're seeing you in this twin flame relationship, but mentally realizing what it is, what it means to them. Okay, you have the male and the female here. Not that you have to be male or female, obviously, but you have the two represented. Okay, so you have the masculine and the feminine coming together and bridging everything. Okay, so they're thinking of you, the feminine, in this relationship as over the next 3 months or so, grounded, stable. They're thinking about homes with you guys. They're thinking about feeling welcomed, feeling taken care of, feeling grateful for having you in this World card. So they do see you as part of their destiny. That is really good. Seeing you as that end goal there. Okay, nice major arcana to have. And then we have the Seven of Cups. Okay, so Seven of Cups is about choices, but so many choices that it does lead to confusion, not being sure what to do, a little bit of anxiety about what kind of path to choose. So even though that there is there's a deep level of mental commitment to you guys, and acknowledgement, recognition of who you are and what this journey means, they're not really sure which path to get to you, and they're not sure how that's going to open up. Okay, so it feels very much like, I think this is Aladdin, but I don't know. Maybe it isn't Aladdin. Maybe I'm just a racist white guy who's just picking out like an Arab guy and thinking like, hey, this must be Aladdin, but I really don't know. But in any case, let's assume that it's Aladdin because they're all genie lamps. Which one is going to hold the genie, right? Which one's going to hold Robin Williams in it, voicing and impersonating everybody that lives, right? Of course, he's dead, so maybe it would be weird if he did come out. But in any case, trying to choose which path to take, how does it come to you? So there's confusion about this relationship, and there's confusion about how they actually get into this sort of union with you guys, right? So there is still that going on. confused in the mental space, but they're aware of what they want physically in the 3D with you guys, and they are aware of the connection. They do recognize it. Okay, so that's something. Right? So over the next 3 months, expect this kind of mental mindset to take place. So let's move into the heart space. So how are the masculines feeling about their feminines over the next 3 months? So we do have the King of Coins coming out underneath the 10 of Coins. So this is about solidarity. Okay, so I feel like they are going to be more giving to you. The King of Coins is someone who gives, so I feel like they're going to be more giving towards you, being able to share. Okay, be more vulnerable with their resources, with their energy. And it's interesting because we have the 6 of Pentacles, 10 of Coins, 6 of Coins, 10 of Coins, King of Coins. So it's all Pentacles in the first row here. So we have them being a little bit more solid within themselves. So their emotions are solidifying as well. Okay, so their feelings are getting stronger and more grounded in reality. So it's like the emotions have been through a lot, and as they've been through a lot, they've grown. Okay, so I get this image of like the tree here. The feelings have grown for you quite a bit, and it's still growing. And the trees are, it takes a long time for them to get to full height. Actually, I don't know that, but I don't know how long it takes for a tree to get to a full height. I don't work with trees. I've smoked them, but I don't work with them. So, in any case, trees, though, however, solid roots, right? So they're building roots with you inside their heart. We do have the 5 of Coins, so there is separation, energy, and anxiety going on here, feeling left out in the cold. So there's a little bit of self-worth issues going on that are reflected in the separation. So, you most likely separated this time, even if it isn't your guys' fault. COVID could be keeping you guys apart. But they do feel like there's this something that's missing in their life. So they have these solid feelings for you guys, and yet there's the separation, there's this lack mentality, and then there's this 6 of Cups going on here, which is basically a return to joy, a return to childhood, a return to innocence, helping out. Right, these two Dutch women sharing, as the Dutch often do, and a little crow on top, a little wisdom, a little inner wisdom going on there. But sharing is childhood nostalgic feelings. Okay, so returning back to some type of innocence. And friendship and kindred spirit. So I feel like they know and feel that you guys are their best friend. Okay, so best friend energy going on here. A lot of help, a lot of familiar energy. And they do want to return to you. Okay, but this 5 of Coins really spells out some type of separation that they feel inside their heart. Okay, but the feelings that they have for you in the relationship are more solid over these next 3 months and growing, even if there is separation. But I do feel like with the 6 of Cups after the 5 of Coins, there's this deep yearning to reunite despite this lack energy here going on. Okay, so that's some pretty good stuff going on. 5 of Coins could just indicate that there's some patience and stuff that needs to go on. Obviously, everybody's journey is different, which I'm sure you're sick of hearing, but don't blame me. That's why I'm stopped doing these readings. All right, so let's move on to the action outcome. Right, so this is what actions they are going to take over the next 3 months. I'm going to pull 5 or 6 cards. So what is going on with the masculines towards the feminines? What actions are they going to be taking towards this union over the next 3 months? All right, so 2 little cards came out. Let's see what the first one got. We've got the Sun card coming out, and we have the High Priestess. Not exactly sure which one came out first, but I'm just going to read them in the order that I picked them up. So Sun energy. Basically, what this tells me is that they're taking legitimate steps to in taking care of themselves. Okay, they are getting into a place where they can feel joy again. I think they're going to be focusing more on the light and the positive aspects of life to pull them out of some kind of darkness. You have that 3 of Swords up there, right? And then with the High Priestess right next to that, this is about connecting to their intuition, connecting on how to best move forward, on how to best be the best version of themselves. Okay, I think there's this realization they want to be the best version of themselves. Okay, and this is what the Sun card represents. The High Priestess is, how do you do that? How do you go from A to B to C to D to F to G, right? I don't know, but don't ask me. But the idea is there is intuitive abilities going on here with the masculines that they are awakening to, that they are connecting with, because there's secrets and there's things that they just don't know. You have this feminine energy kind of blocking things from their mental view, so like this clarity kind of hanging just outside their peripheral, and they're trying to connect to it and trying to hear the whispers of the universe. Okay, so those are some kind of actions just right off the bat, and that might take some time, with the High Priestess. These are both major arcana, so they're kind of setting the tone for the whole summer here. So this is going to be like a work in progress, really. So these things aren't going to happen overnight. Let's see what else we got. We got the Four of Coins. So rather than this could be, of course, saving money, right? We're talking about action, so this is saving up money, learning how to keep things together a little bit more, learning how to work on their security and their safety. Really, is what this is telling me. They're focusing on how to cultivate something, right? And the Five of Coins is basically like not really having anything. Four of Coins, you don't have a lot, but what you have is what you're trying to hold on to. You're trying to keep something. You're trying to grow something, right? That's what this weird fuckboy vulture is watching. You know, kind of weirdly with his head cocked. I don't like that at all. But in any case, he is protecting this woman and her coins. Okay, so they're working on their finances, trying to build up some type of security for themselves. Okay, and this could just be even grounded energy and whatnot. So protecting something, protecting their energy. Hopefully, it doesn't turn into greediness. Four of Pentacles can do that. Let's see what else we got going on for them. We do have the Eight of Coins, so we go from the 4 to the 8, pretty big jump. So that kind of just tells me and it confirms that they're working hard. They're focusing on grounding themselves. You can see this red-haired woman with her bleedy feet, that she is having to put together some thorny bush things. She kind of has to make them into these things. It looks like the coin, right? But it's some task that she has to do for her brother or something to get him back. I don't know why he was taken. Some fairy tale folklore shit. I'm sure he's a great guy. But in any case, she has to work hard to get him back, to win something. So even though her feet and hands are bleeding, it's worth the task. Okay, so they're putting in work and putting in a lot of discipline into getting themselves into a different place. Okay, so they're working very hard. This is great action energy towards something very solid. You get a lot of pentacles in this reading so far. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 5. Yeah, there's 5, 6 pentacles so far. So that's pretty much almost half of the pentacles right there. So really focus on the 3D and bringing themselves into a grounded and secure place, and really working towards something. Okay, so really working towards this relationship too. We do have the Judgment card, so yeah, now we're talking about making a decision, right? This is the card that comes after the Sun. So this is the need to basically weigh the past and the future and decide who they want to be and decide what kind of life they want to live. So in this process, in the summer months, they are making a decision, trying to come to a conclusion about their life, their old life versus their new life, and how to best integrate, right? Again, this all comes down to integration. It feels like what they're working on in this whole reading is the next step in their life, this evolving kind of period process, going from one person to another person. That's what this reading feels like, and that's what this summer feels like. It feels like this whole summer they're going from one person to another person. They're transforming and feeling in a different way, and that's what their focus is. I think their focus is really trying to get better. So this decision that they're going to be making around the summer is really going to be for their best interest, and basically how to live a happy life, and what that means, and what it would mean that they would have to give up, or what they would have to sacrifice, and is it even really a sacrifice if it's something that you really want, right? And then finally we have the Nine of Swords coming out in the last position here, which just tells me about fears and anxiety and stuff like that. So there's some things that they're still they have to work on their fears, make a decision. I feel like this is directly tied to this Judgment card, making a decision to get out of their head, to start moving forward, to start taking responsibility for their mental state, and to just get past all the fears, the doubts, the overthinking, and to move forward into something else. And I just want to get an idea of what that is. It's probably going to be September energy here, and the Knight of Wands. So this really just comes down to which direction to go into, charging forward, understanding what their purpose is, and just moving forward with it, and with gusto and drive and vigor, and just knowing that this is the best move for them, and this is what they're going to do, and that's the decision. They're not going to doubt it anymore. They're just going to go. They're going to go for it. That is the beauty of it all. They are going to be reaching that decision, and we have the Knight of Wands here. And maybe by the end of the summer, things pick up, because there are still some restrictions in place, but it seems like they're getting more lenient, and it seems realistic to expect that by September, maybe August, I would assume even really definitely by the fall, things really opening up and just being able to travel and go wherever they want. So if you guys are separated because of travel, you got your answers there, okay? So I hope this reading was helpful, guys. I hope that it cultivates into something beautiful for you and your relationship. Thank you guys so much for sticking around and keeping in touch with these readings. I still do Twin Flame. I still do personal readings and stuff. So if you need that, don't hesitate to email me, reach out through my website. But in any case, it's been a privilege, and from now on, I'll be focusing on other tarot readings and other kinds of videos. I hope you guys do stick around with those things. I'm pretty passionate about them. And yeah, okay, guys, thanks so much for watching. We'll talk soon. Okay, guys, bye.